Hello and welcome to NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez. First things first, let's get to today's matchups. And our first matchup is Aaron Brooks versus Rodney Stuckey. These are two young NBA point guards. Aaron Brooks is a backup point guard for the Phoenix Suns. He was actually starting for the Houston Rockets, but then he was traded right before the trade deadline to Phoenix for Goran Dragic and a second round draft pick, I believe, as well. Aaron Brooks, I think the reason Phoenix really wanted him was because he's a young, quick, agile point guard. And since Steve Nash is getting older, I think they thought that they could really use him. Right now, Steve Nash does still have his starting position, but in a couple years, Steve Nash is going to be not able to start anymore. So, and even once Steve Nash retires, they're probably going to need somebody like Aaron Brooks. So, I think that was a very smart trade for Phoenix. Rodney Stuckey is a backup point guard for the Detroit Pistons. He actually lost his starting job, after the Pistons signed Tracy McGrady as a free agent, and so Tracy McGrady got the starting point guard position, and Rodney Stuckey went to the bench. A lot of people say that Rodney Stuckey is more of a shooting guard. He is a point guard, but he is 6'5" as well, and he's a pretty good shooter. So it could be argued that he is a shooting guard. I'm going to give this matchup to Aaron Brooks. I think Rodney Stuckey is very good, and he will end up being a very good point guard in the NBA. But I think that Aaron Brooks is just a little bit better, so I think he deserves that matchup. Our next matchup is Anderson Varejao versus Marcin Gortat. Anderson Varejao is the starting center for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He can also play power forward. He's a very good post player, very good at posting up players. He's 6'11". He's very big and strong. Marcin Gortat, not as big as strong. He's 6'11". He's just not as strong a post player. He was traded when Orlando tried to mix up their team a lot. When they did a three-way trade with Washington and Phoenix, and Marcin Gortat was the starting center, but the backup center behind Dwight Howard during the while he was with Orlando. Then he was traded to Phoenix, where he shares starting time at center with Robin Lopez. I'm going to give this matchup to Anderson Varejao. I think Marcin Gortat is one of the better backup centers in the league, but Anderson Varejao was so helpful to LeBron at times when LeBron was in Cleveland. Now, Cleveland didn't need, to say the least, had a bad season this year. But Anderson Varejao really he's very valuable to them. So I think he deserves that matchup. Now I've got an interview that I got yesterday with current New Jersey Nets guard forward Mario West, and I'm just going to read the interview for you. Question: You are from Alabama. What made you decide to play for Georgia Tech? Answer: It was always my dream to go to a big school to play basketball, and I was always a fan of Georgia Tech and Coach Hewitt. I didn't have any scholarship offers, but I had the Hope Scholarship, so I prayed about it and decided to walk on and follow my dream of playing at Georgia Tech. Question: What responsibilities did you have as team captain at Georgia Tech in your junior and senior years that you didn't have before? Answer: Being a captain means you have to lead by example on and off the court and be outspoken. I had to make sure that my effort was 110% all the time and that my attitude was in good spirit all the time. I was an extension of the coach out on the court, keeping the team together and off the court, going to class and study hall, so the guys could see that hard work continued on and off the court. Question: You went undrafted. Did that give you more motivation to work on your game? Answer: I have always been motivated, but to prove myself, yes, I wanted to do that, no doubt. Every day I wake up, I'm out to prove myself, because there are people who still doubt me or question my ability. I thank God every day for the opportunities He has blessed me with, and I go out and try to make the most of it. Question: Do you think that the fact that you played college ball in Atlanta gave the Hawks even more incentive to sign you? Answer: I don't know if it gave me more incentive, but I'm very thankful for the organization and Mike Woodson at taking the chance on me. Growing up 40 minutes from downtown and going to college 5 minutes away and playing pro ball for the home team was a dream come true. Again, I thank God for that experience that I had. Question: You played for the Maine Red Claws in the D-League at times during your pro basketball career. What is the main difference between NBA and NBDL basketball from a player standpoint? There are some players that played in the NBA and the D League, but most of them haven't, and they are trying to get to that next level. NBA is the highest level one can go as far as basketball. So with that being said, the competition and the guys are just better in the NBA. The D League is a great opportunity to get exposure and show why you belong in the NBA. Question: When the Nets signed you for the remainder of the season, was it exciting to return to the NBA? Answer: Yes, it was. I was almost in tears. I felt like my first year all over again. I love being in the NBA, my dream that I had when I started playing ball at 7. To compete against guys I look up to, and the best of the best, is incredible. The greatest game ever. After the news, I prayed and thanked my agent, and the rest is history. Question: You are known as being a great defender. What advice do you have to give young players to help them improve their defense? Just take it as a personal challenge. Learn the offensive player's tendencies and try to force him. Thanks so much to Mario West for agreeing to do this interview. Really appreciate it. Really cool. Now let's talk NBA headlines. First, the Atlanta Hawks' Jamal Crawford is seeking a new agent. And second, there are important NBA lockouts meeting beginning today. So let's hope they can reach an agreement finally and let's get some basketball going. Thank you for watching NBA Talk with Jordan Valdez, and I'll see you next time.